Ireland 2025 with 7 very special friends of mine, and I've had the opportunity to do a lot of travel and go a lot of interesting places, and that's all awesome and everything. I love seeing and exploring new things and revisiting old places. Like, that stuff's all pretty incredible. The thing that's more incredible than that is friendship. And for the friends that are on this trip with me, I've got some specific messages I want to say to you guys, and I'll do that a little later. But everybody else that I personally know, thank you for your friendship. That's so important, and I say it a lot. I try and say it as often as I can, but friendship and kindness is really the most powerful gift that you can give to anybody out there, and it's amazing to receive it. I know there's days I probably don't give the amount of friendship back that I receive, but I do my best to give just as much, if not even more, back. But here's some messages to my friends who are on this trip with me right now.
Sister. Donegal was actually my favorite city during this trip. And during this moment, I stopped to wonder, how did we get here?
So we had this idea a while back where we talked about other places on the globe where we could go where there's more women than men and more opportunity, right? So the list is really long, but we did boil it down to a top 5.
Well, Ukraine made the top 5.
A lot of widows.
Ukraine is at the top of the list.
I'm spinning the wheel. Oh, it's
That's
5.
landed on 5.
All right, that's a 5er.
Oh, not Ukraine. Not
Here's
Ukraine.
the 5 envelope here.
Not Ukraine. Not Ukraine. Not Ukraine. Not Ukraine.
Swear to God, if it's one of the ones I'm thinking of.
Ukraine.
Remember, these are
I'm not going to a war zone. You guys can learn to shoot a gun.
these are places with high concentration of women.
Yes, they are. I'm happy.
All right, let's see where we're going.
Oh, I'm down. Yes.
Cleveland.
What is this? It's not Cleveland. It is
Let's
Ireland.
go!
Top of the morning.
Feel the bass, it's lifting high. Lights are flashing in the sky.
Before I forget to tell you, use my code TheThirstyCowboy for 15% off cowboy hats.
We fly. We're electric, feel the vibe. No slowing down, we come alive. Energy flows, we touch the light. This moment's ours, we own the night. We own the night. We touch the light. Hands up high, don't ever stop. Feel the beat, it's gonna drop. Every pulse, it's in your veins. Dance through the fight, you break the chains. We're chasing stars, hearts collide. Racing fast, no need to hide. DJ spinning, feels so right. Get ready now, let's ignite. We're electric, feel the vibe. No slowing down, we come alive. Energy flows, we touch the light. This moment's ours, we own the night.
So evidently this thing was used for Game of Thrones. Yeah. You ever watch Game of Thrones?
I have not.
Me neither. Not one episode.
I watched a few episodes. I got burnt out after the boring season.
All right.
That's why I did it out in the open over there.
Yeah, I figured.
Chase, I would say I have a few favorite things about you and about our friendship here. And, you know, first I would say your love of dance. There's times where we're out and I can just tell when you're in that zone and you're paying very close attention to the music. Sometimes they're not playing the songs we want, but maybe we'll get dances kind of matched up to those. But one thing that I noticed on this trip is that you're really stopping to take in the scenery. Like I was thinking when we were on the cliffs above the Giants Causeway, and with no fear, you just walk right up to the very edge of that cliff. Like it was very difficult to photograph you during that time, because it'd be one thing if I fell off the cliff, it'd be another thing if I tripped and hit you and we both fell off the cliff. That would not be a good time. But I kind of sat there thinking about that, and you just walked right out there with just no fear and just sat down, and I really admired that. So, but anyway, yeah, a couple of my favorite things there. And of course, I want to say thank you to you. We've known each other for a lot of years. Very thankful for our friendship, and yeah, looking forward to the rest of this trip and all the adventures ahead. And of course, start talking about the next trip. I'm sure we're going to start talking about that before we're even finished on this trip. The Dark Hedges. Yeah, kind of dark. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Definitely gonna run the drone right down the middle of this. Woo! Yeah, you got it. Could do some CrossFit. That'll be fun. The Dark Hedges. It's basically a road, some trees, some cars, people. People pretty excited to just come and walk through and see some trees and take some pictures of themselves and record video of themselves with the trees in the background. So that's cool. I guess that's cool. I think it would be a lot cooler with some drone footage. What do you think? Get some drone footage of this thing? Some drone footage through it could be kind of cool. Evan. One of my favorite things about you, Evan, is every time I see you, you have a smile on your face. Now, I don't know that any human being out there is always happy forever, every single day and everything. However, you, my friend, every time I do see you, whether it's out of the country, on an airplane, whether it's we're out on any of our excursions, whether we're doing the podcast, whatever it is, you are always smiling and happy, and I like that about you. It's good quality. You spend a little too much time on your phone, but don't we all? And even though I love your stories, sometimes you embellish on them just a little bit. That's okay though. I appreciate you. I appreciate your friendship. Appreciate your stories, your insight, your passion for photography. I actually learned quite a bit from you, like just from our talking, and not a photographer at all. So yeah, picked up quite a bit, a lot of tips from you and everything. I'm appreciative of that. And your fondness for Waffle House. Yes, your fondness for the Waffle House, maybe the employees at Waffle House too. I like that about you too. Looking forward to our next excursion, buddy. Can't wait.
Airball.
Oh, you shot an airball?
Yeah.
I was like,
Didn't read the tea leaves correctly?
nah.
I mean, 4 random likes is kind of like universal.
Expenditure. Like, that could have been us. Yeah, but you played me.
Which way are we going down?
Just down. Well, I have a couple of favorite things about my friendship with you. First is your sense of adventure. You are not one to back down from a challenge, and you are also let's go, let's go, let's go. And anyone who's ever traveled with you knows that you are let's go, let's go, let's go. I love that about you. And the other thing I'm really fond about in our friendship is, you know, we're two men that we don't agree on things 100% of the time, but that's fine, because friends don't have to agree, and friends should never agree on everything 100% of the time. But friends should be respectful. Friends should be able to sit down and talk about things and express their opinion, and you can politely argue about things. I don't know that we ever really argue about anything, but we sure as hell discuss a lot of shit. Sometimes very fun and interesting shit. Sometimes stupid shit, but you know what? That's what men do. So I appreciate you. Appreciate our friendship. And In-N-Out Burger is absolutely the best shit on the planet. Stick to your California roots. Back me up on this. It's badass. A pretty steep staircase coming down to this, so gotta hold the rails, gotta be very careful. Same thing for crossing this bridge here.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
Definitely look down.
Your hands.
Do the RoboCop. I'm gonna be the one that falls on my face though, of course. Oh yeah. Yeah, that definitely reminds you that you're a couple 100 feet up and you're just being held together by rope and hope. That was pretty cool. Definitely feel it. Man, that was neat. That landscape over there. Chick-fil-A.
Right here.
And Dollar General up top.
Unconquered land.
You're gonna go through all that work and you can't even cook on Sundays?
Yeah.
I took a video. Max.
Right over there.
Oh yeah, brother.
I always like starting off the top first.
Yeah. Then I finished and then I say, "Oh, you can go home."
Yep.
Oh, Grandma.
Boss moves.
It screws up your video, dude.
Nah, that's what happened when you send it first, but then it, like after 20 minutes, it changes into normal.
Max. So, technically, I've known you almost all of your life. Because I did meet you once when you were a baby, but really getting to know you now, my favorite thing about you is you give your dad shit constantly, and I love that because I also love to give him shit constantly. And now you're walking up right now. Interesting.
Hey, cowboy.
Hey, did you get that?
Especially if you're on top.
Like ex-girlfriend.
Do not miss the smooth single shit though.
It's wide angle too, buddy.
I'm trying to.
Are my legs shaking?
A little bit.
This one, yeah.
There we go. Now put your hands together like you're praying.
Damn, dude.
And then behind. Ed. My favorite thing about you is that I could never take anything you say serious, ever. I don't know if we're just like, two drunk high school kids sitting in the back of the class, shit talking, getting away with it. I don't know if it's that. Maybe you just, bring out the kid in me, and which is perfectly fine because I'm perfectly happy with the person that I am. I love your competitive spirit, actually. Like, we played volleyball together, and I love how competitive you are. I mean, now you're a ball player for a lot of years, and I know that's in your nature. So that deserves an honorable mention right now for sure. But outside of that, I think about my friends who are always in a positive mood and happy, and the people that you want to surround yourself with. You're definitely at the top of that list when I know I can reach out and we're going to go do something, looking for a good time, and that's always you. I honestly cannot even imagine a time in my life I've ever even seen you upset about anything, ever. Doesn't mean you don't have a serious side. I know you do. You're probably really serious while you're sleeping. That's when your serious side comes out, is when you're sleeping. Outside of that, you're always ridiculous, and I love that, because with you, I know it can be absolutely ridiculous as well. So really appreciative of that. And so this would be our second trip on an airplane together, and really thankful for your friendship. Glad we were able to experience Ireland together, and looking forward to what could be next. Maybe it's Eastern Europe, maybe it's Russia, maybe it's the Philippines, maybe it's Thailand, maybe it's somewhere with her. We'll just have to get rid of him. We'll keep the dog though. All right, okay, Ed, good news. I found another one, and she also has a dog too. So we're good. Really good. This is her. Oh yes, you can come right on up and say hello. Now, are they required to have the thing on the nose?
No, he's just a really big pillar.
Oh.
He's got very big muscles, so it's the only way you can walk him and keep the strength in your shoulder.
Yeah. What's his name?
Harvey.
Harvey. Harvey. Oh, we're so excited.
Oh, he's going to use you now to itch his face because he hates wearing the wee thing.
Well, you should do the same.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's they're here on my arm right there. That's her.
Lovely. We just have the one.
Yeah. Stucco. This would be early version of stucco, which you see a lot in Italian countries. See the original stone here, and then sandstone up here, and this is probably from more like the late 1800s, early 1900s. Out in the Midwest, where a lot of homes were built in the late 1800s, early 1900s, you see a ton of this sandstone like this. Blocks that are built that same way, stacked in the same way. This is definitely a castle that has had a lot of different retrofits and renovations over the years. Pretty sure that's the kitchen up there. Yeah. See some ovens up there. Yeah, this front part with this big turret, and then you see more. This was probably an original exterior wall here. And then this would have been built on at some point.
Why is it like that?
Well, this is
the original?
Yeah, well, that's the original, like that sandstone. Like when you go to like Cleveland and Akron, you see a lot of those foundations are built with blocks like they're smaller, but they're built like that. The lower part of the wall was probably 1600s. That upper part of the wall is like 1800s. And then this is also probably that, maybe even 1900s. Like they borrowed this from, yeah. So they borrowed this like brick and then stucco on the outside, or concrete. They didn't start, they started doing that in Italy, probably 1600s. Like they would coat it so that, it's not, weather's not eroding the bricks and everything. But this is the original structure. This had to have been added on at some point. And here's a good way, like you see how these bricks are, and the wear, and what they've got for mortar in here is like kind of dark. Look at the brick that's up on the top, which looks a lot like modern brick, and see how it's got clean mortar lines all the way through, and that's a much lighter mortar. So but this out here, probably late 1800s, I'm guessing. Nina, my favorite thing about you is your lack of filter and your curiosity with friends that you are the closest with. It's very charming, it's very disarming, and friendship with you is very fun. I do really appreciate our friendship. I enjoy all the time that I spend with you and Will. You guys are very legit human beings, and your passion for dance, obviously, we've got that in common. We're currently mastering Desperado with some fun videos. Looking forward to doing some more of that. And this is our second international trip that we've been on together as a group. and it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun. I'm excited to see where we're going next. Why do castles interest you?
Because it's history.
Your history.
I am totally history.
It's because in Game of Thrones, there's a lot of sex scenes at the castles.
That's probably
That's
it.
like the best part.
Yeah.
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Well, I haven't either.
I want to see it, but I haven't.
Yeah. I know there's a
I
lot
would
of...
think it's my grade that I can say that I've never watched it, but then I know I'm missing out because I love that shit.
Actually, I think the very first scene talking about having sex in a castle, they're having sex in like an upper whatever thing of the castle. And you find out right away that it's a brother and sister having sex. And a little kid climbs up the outside of the wall, like the head guy of the climbs up the outside like he normally does and finds it. The brother pushes the kid out the window.
To his death?
No, he survives.
Yeah.
He becomes the one-eyed raven, or the three-eyed raven.
More than one way to get f***ed out of castle then, I guess.
Yeah.
So to recap, the reason why we like castles are Game of Thrones, sex, brothers and sisters, a little bit of incest mixed in with that. Their children would definitely talk in narration voice, that's for sure.
They had children. One became king eventually. Actually, two of them.
See?
Lodging for up to 10 guests.
Well, the 2x4s have really withstood the weather out here for all these years.
This fireplace doesn't follow.
Scott, my favorite thing about you, I don't know that I could come up with just one thing. There's a long list, and I think that's what happens when you've been friends with somebody for over 30 years. But if I was to pinpoint one thing, is I look at the people that you are friends with outside of our friend group, and your friends are pretty diverse. Sure, you've got the cop friends, you've got, neighbors and family and stuff like that, but like over the years I've always noticed that you don't really have any struggle to build friendships with people. And sometimes people are just acquaintances, and then other times people are actually close friends of yours. And I was telling your son the story of how we met, and rewinding back to that day, we were all of 20 years old, and mutual friends decided to bring me over to your place. You guys were having a little bit of a party over there, and yeah, it was a little intimidating, like me showing up with a couple of girls that called over to a party by a couple of guys, and they brought an extra dude with them. And so I was, at first, is a little apprehensive, is like, okay, who are these guys? And you were very welcoming on that day and every day ever since. And then obviously we've had a million experiences since then. So I guess two favorite things in my message here is there's that message and how welcoming of a person you are just as a human being. The other thing is that it doesn't matter how much time goes by, whether it's a couple of months or a year, a couple of years, we just seem to pick up right where we left off. And I love that. It's a lot of fun. So we've been on a bunch of different excursions throughout our lives, and now as we're getting a little bit older and your boys are grown, it's a lot of fun having Max along for this trip and getting to spend some time there and see the man he's becoming. And good kid. Can't wait for the next one, and we get Max out here, and or who knows, maybe run into you and Lori while you're in Germany a little later in the year. That's a possibility. But of everybody on the Ireland trip here, obviously we've known each other the longest, and I didn't really tell anybody much about you ahead of time. You know, sometimes you have those friends that, you know, maybe you got to explain them or warn them ahead of time of different things. Like, I'm that friend, of course. Like, yeah, you don't answer your phone on speakerphone if you're, you know, with your parents or something and it's me calling. But I never said anything about you to anybody because I had no doubt in my mind that you were going to be fast friends with everybody in the group for various reasons. So this has been a blast being here in Ireland. We're right now about halfway through the trip. And yeah, we've got more excursions on the horizon here. And I'm excited about that. And I'm also excited about some additional things in the future too. So a big thank you to you for your friendship. 30 years plus, counting. Seems like we should get like an award or something, like a plaque, or should get something special. I don't know who would give us that. Certainly not our friends and family, because we're pretty obnoxious together, and I love that. And quick shout out to Lori out there. First of all, Scott and I are fucking hilarious, okay? Write that down.